We cannot get much more insane than this. That's one of the most, in my opinion, one of the most precarious times in history. It may be the end of the American empire. Idiots running the government. What else can we ask for? I don't know. And please pay very close attention, because gold and silver are real money. Gold and silver are God's money. God put it here. One more thing I want to say is, for those of you who think you're Tarzan and you're a good entrepreneur, and this is the best time to be into business because of inflation, because of incompetence in America, really. The central banks, our treasury, and our president, and inflation going through the roof. These environmentalists are as stupid as the guys running our Federal Reserve Bank and our treasury. They're all academics. They all got PhD after the name, which stands for poor, helpless, and desperate. We should not let PhDs into government. They're stupid people. Americans now are stupid. There's a difference between conservative versus stupid. And this guy Biden is stupid. Oh my God. Where did they find him? Of course, he works for Obama. So that's why we're kind of really messed up. And these people hate America because the dollar is still very powerful throughout the world and is in trouble. Right. What some people may not realize was in 1971, Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard. He made treasuries gold, basically. And what central banks have been buying are treasury bonds and treasury bills and all that printed stuff. And that's why in Rich Dad Poor Dad 25 years ago, I said savers are losers. They lose money simply because our government prints money. But our school systems don't teach you that. So I'm not saying that Biden and Obama and those who came before them, I think they're just stupid. I mean, how in the world can you just keep printing money and tell me you went to school? As you may or may not have guessed, America is now bankrupt. And the question we're going to answer today is, how did America, at one time, reportedly, the richest country in the world, is now bankrupt? Because we've seen it happen over all these years. We could see it coming. And now it's so bad that America cannot pay the interest on our debt. The question is, what does that mean? That'd be like you saying, oh, I took out 10-second mortgages on my house, but now my job at McDonald's doesn't cover the mortgage payments. What does that mean? It means you'd be living out back of McDonald's. That's what it means, if you can understand this whole thing. Very, very important to understand how the richest country in the world went broke, and we're broke today. But, a lot of people had no idea back then, and unfortunately, to this day, they don't. How did we become bankrupt? How is it that we owe $1 trillion in interest payments, and we don't collect that much? On top of that, we owe Social Security, Medicare, and the biggest asset in America today is student loan debt. The point here is this: in 1913, the Fed was created. First Marxist act in this country. Somebody go, how can you call the Fed Marxist? Central bank. And who runs the central bank? College professors.
Yeah.
Who's the Secretary of Treasury? College professor.
Yeah.
Marxist. Don't look at me. Check it out. Janet Yellen is a college professor. Yeah. And our central bank, the Fed, everybody goes, oh, what's the Fed going to do? What's the Fed doing today? I said, it's not what the Fed's doing. It's what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you still working hard, saving money, investing in the phony stock market right now? What are you guys doing? Oh, no. I'm going to do what my teacher tells me to do. We're old enough to know the history of how America, the richest country in history, is now technically bankrupt. I was looking at a chart this morning of the national debt. We cannot pay our interest on our debt. First thing he does is cut off the Keystone XL pipeline. First act, cut off the Keystone XL pipeline. Oil goes from $30 a barrel to $130 a barrel. He was intending to sink the middle class. That's Joe Biden. Hey, all you Democrats, vote for him again. Don't worry, when he's incapacitated, Kamala will take over. I can't wait for Kamala to take over. Oh my God.